Good morning, everyone. This is my guidepost, my thought for the day, hoping to get you off to an inspired start this morning. And it's based on a poem that I wrote in 2018 called The Observer. When you are at peace, when the troubles of this world, of your world, are for a moment at an end, what do you see? Does the unfolding energy of the kaleidoscopic nature of life reveal itself to you? A billion patterns ready to emerge, and yet it's all the same. Do you see the oneness of it all? Do you see your place in it as pure presence? The knowing that all will be well because everything is right now as it is meant to be within the totality of the oneness. Can you, from that place of serenity, see yourself and the effect of the unfolding on your life? Can you see that you are divinity wrapped in human flesh, playing your part here? Maybe you have never found the time or the inclination to be still enough for long enough to become the observer, so you can tell others what you see. Like many of my thoughts, they come from things that Wayne Dyer has said. And there was some teaching that he gave about the observer, and it really spoke to me. It gave me a different perspective on my life and the life of those around me. We tend to be people who are caught up in the moment, not really thinking things through. Not that that's an important thing to do. You do need to be in the moment, but we're that busy living our lives that we don't see ourselves from the outside, to see ourselves as others see us. And I'm not suggesting that you do this all the time, but that just for now and again, just a few moments you take out of your day to contemplate what's going on and whether in the heat of the moment you've done the right thing. That maybe if you'd have contemplated it just for a few seconds before taking the action, looked before you leapt, maybe you'd have done it differently. We get caught up in the moment, and the poem itself is saying, give yourself a chance just to think it through. For a few moments each day, consider the unfolding nature of your life. The best way I could think of when I was writing the poem of the unfolding is the kaleidoscope, all the bits inside the kaleidoscope. As a child, you've played with it, haven't you? And it's like a telescope, and you move it, and there's all these little bits inside, and it's all the same bits, but they rearrange into different patterns as you turn the thing around. And as you turn your life around, things which are exactly, it's all the same stuff, they go into different patterns. So the time when this can happen, when you can consider the unfolding, where all the bits can fit differently to the way that they are now, is when you're at peace, when there's no one demanding your attention, there's nothing life-threatening to deal with right now. So you find yourself in a place of peace. And what do you see? When it just goes quiet, when there's no one asking for your attention, there's no TV on, no radio on, no music on, just silence. What do you see? If you look at, you contemplate your own life, what do you see? What insights do you get? Because like the kaleidoscope, when those bits are moved about, it's the same bits. And all the people in your life, all the people that you interact with each day, they're just parts of the kaleidoscopic background of your life. But it all belongs together. It's a oneness. It's not lots of little bits. It's the whole thing. and the ways that the bits fit together, fascinating. You've got a whole planet to discover, 8 billion people out there that you could have a conversation with. You might need an interpreter, but yeah, there's 8 billion people, and there's all the different places and different climates and different weather patterns for you to experience, but it's all one planet, and you're part of that planet, and you're part of the bits that move about in the kaleidoscope. You need to see your place in it. And this is where it goes a little bit off, because you don't see yourself as a bit inside the kaleidoscope from a material point of view, but from a place of pure presence. That's where you need to see your part, the part that you play in this, not where your physical body is, although that's very interesting. You can go to various different places on the planet, but it's where you're at from a place of pure presence. That's what you need to see. How do I fit into all this from a spiritual point of view? And then the knowing that all will be well, because everything is together, everything is at one, and therefore, if you are seeing it from a spiritual point of view, the spirit doesn't die, the body might die, but the spirit never dies. And that means that everything's going to be okay. All will be, I think it's Mother Julian of Norwich says, all things will be well, and all manner of things will be well in the totality of the oneness. So in this place of serenity that I suggest that we all should enter each day. Some people call it meditation, some people call it prayer, but where we're no longer being distracted from the world. You remember in school where they said, put your hands together and close your eyes. Why is that? Because you're not doing anything and you're not seeing anything. You're not being distracted. You can concentrate on what is necessary to concentrate on, the place that you are in the oneness of life, the unfolding of the oneness of life. And in that place of serenity, see yourself and the effect of that unfolding on your life. Can you see that your divinity wrapped in human flesh and that you're just playing your part here? Can you see that? It gives perspective that you haven't got if you're caught up in the moment, in what's happening around you. Maybe you've never found the time or the inclination to be still enough for long enough to become the observer, so that you can tell me what it is that you can see. I suggest that we all do this each day, that we just give eternity the opportunity to speak to us. Say, what's my place in this? What's my part in this? Why am I here? How can I best fulfill my purpose, my dharma on this planet? What is it that you, as the higher self, the higher spirit, God, the force, the universe, source energy, what would you have me do? What would you have me do today? Because when you feel part of what's going on, not alienated anymore, it's a much more fulfilled life. I'm going to read my poem again and close the broadcast. The Observer. When you are at peace, when the troubles of this world, of your world, are for a moment at an end, what do you see? Does the unfolding energy of the kaleidoscopic nature of life reveal itself to you? A billion patterns ready to emerge, and yet it's all the same. Do you see the oneness of it all? Do you see your place in it as pure presence, the knowing that all will be well because everything is right now as it's meant to be within the totality of the oneness? Can you, from that place of serenity, see yourself and the effect of the unfolding on your life? Can you see you are divinity wrapped in human flesh, playing your part here? Maybe you have never found the time or the inclination to be still enough for long enough to become the observer, so you can tell others what you see. Namaste.